Hello and welcome to the podcast from Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and today's episode 257. I want to talk about something that, oh my gosh, I used to do that a lot, and I wonder, do you do that? So leave me a comment below and tell me. Of course, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are a coming back visitor, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if that's the first time for you, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, and I hope you will be back. Okay, so we are in New Year's. I cannot believe it already. It's then like of January. How that happened? Um, and we're doing a lot of things, and especially now we're doing a lot of things more than we used to do a year ago because it's all about New Year's resolutions, and we're so pumped up, and we're going to do this. Okay, I want to talk about something that we have a tendency to do, and I know, like I just mentioned, I used to do that a lot, and that has nothing to do with New Year's really resolutions, but it has to do about overanalyzing. Yeah, because we just love overanalyzing. Our mind, our brain, our whatever it is, the thing that keeps on thinking, loves solving problems. We just love solving problems. And what happens? There's so many that have a tendency of overanalyzing everything, which obviously impacting the time. Because well, that takes time to overanalyze something and ponder on something. Also, it can hold you back because maybe this is the moment for you to jump in and do something and you're not doing it. And you may miss that opportunity. Um, and you're just burning energy. So you will be burned out by the end of the day. Like the worrying and worrying, what if and what if and all of this. Um, of course, I want to say that this is happening because you grew up with the patterns where you learned to overanalyze. And this maybe you learned from other people around you, maybe from your own experience, maybe you thinking, like, well, I want to be cautious, or I want to measure 100 times before I actually do something. And it's all valid. You're doing the best you can. But ask yourself, is it really serving you? How long you're going to think about something? Realized by myself that no matter how long I was thinking, I was still kind of arriving to the same conclusion when I just start thinking about it. So here are the three things that you can do to help you to stop overanalyzing and reclaim your power and, be less burnt out by the end of the day. So number one, um, you need to realize that there is no perfection. Okay, there will be no perfect outcome for anything. It will be perfect because if you said so, that's perfect. You need to know what is good enough. Is it good enough? If it's good enough, then that should tell you, yes, go ahead and do it. While making the decision, it might be there's a lot of fear of like, what if I'm going to make the wrong decision, and then what the consequence is going to be. But I recommend you in that moment to remind yourself of all of the times that you maybe did the wrong decision and nobody died. Well, I hope nobody died. So um even if you will make it the wrong decision, it's not going to be that bad. Now if you're making a decision, you're overthinking about something, and you might be telling me, that's why I'm overthinking, because the decision I'm about to make is huge and nobody's gonna die. I hope nobody's gonna die. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna prepare for the worst case scenario. Yes. Take a piece of paper. Okay, fine, fine. Just type it up somewhere. Imagine what's the worst case that can happen if you make the wrong decision, and then prepare for that. So what happens when you already done that before, you already made the plan, you will not be afraid anymore and you feel more in control. So you will stop worrying about that so much. Hence, you can make a that decision. If that was helpful, leave me a comment below. Okay, number two, think about 20-80%. I don't know, whoever that name was invented, you can tell me in the comments below who came up with that original idea that everything in life is 20-80. Apply the rule to your making decisions as well. How good is that? How, if you will satisfy 80% of what you're trying to do, then just go ahead and do it. Or not do it if you're leaning towards not doing it, right? And that maybe was confusing. So If it's confusing, then leave me a comment below. I know I'm like really enticing you leaving me comments because I've seen that not that many people leaving me comments, and I would like a comment from you. I mean, maybe that's why I'm saying that. Um, but basically, it's what he says is that it's probably good enough whatever you're going to do, and it's impossible to have 100%. Okay, that was confusing, right? So well, let's just move on to the next level. The next tip. Um, Set the time. You just can tell yourself, I am going to think about this problem for 15 minutes. And then put an alarm on and think about that and brainstorm and draw charts. I don't know, talk with the people, whatever. But give yourself a limit. Don't get stuck into never-ending cycle where you're actually afraid even to make that decision. That's the third thing. You need to ask yourself, why are you stuck in that never-ending loop? Why are you overthinking it? Many times there are situations that we have a tendency of overanalyzing them because that's kind of like giving ourselves excuse for not doing it. So that's where you need to ask yourself why you don't want to do that. Why you don't want to make a decision. Are you afraid of what's going to happen then? Maybe you're afraid of success. Maybe you're afraid of failure. Maybe you're afraid of what people, how people judge you. Maybe there's something brand new and you're afraid of that newness because you are afraid to lose the control and all of that. So there could be many reasons why you might be overanalyzing it, but definitely try those few tips that I just gave you and see how it works. And if you need more help with, realizing where this really coming from, and again, I'm not a therapist, I'm a coach. So this means we will look at the habits that you have now, and then we'll adjust to make new habits. And I'll help you on that way. And first, of course, it all starts with the clarity really where you are. So I will recommend you to book a call with me. I have a lot of different packages that has to do with coaching and helping you. And also my book is coming out. Not my book, but I was collaborative author in the book. It's coming up next week, so cannot wait about that. And my online membership started out already live, and if you apply half off, the word half off, when you check out, you get 50% off for that. Sweet, isn't it? You're welcome to send all of that information for somebody you love and you want to help them too. And if you have someone in your life that they're stressing out and you want to help them, yes, you can send them my way. I'll be very happy to coach them. And if you have an event or you are an employer who are looking for a speaker that has to do with stress management in the workplace or being a woman or a man or being in this society that looks like every day there's a new day and what else is going to come to us, anything has to do about stress management, please reach out. I'll be very happy to speak. And all that, of course, is available on my website, beamazingyou.com. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again.